Good morning, everyone. I hope I'm audible to you and my screen is visible to you. Just a quick yes no will help it. Am I audible and screen visible? Okay, great. Yeah, thank you very much. So, Saturday we had taken a class as a revision class. Okay, there I explained about the strings. So, today is a revision class for exception handling. Today is a revision class for exception handling as a preparation strategy for ST2. Okay, you must have already got the mail regarding the ST notice for Java as well as for the CS163, that is web development, advanced web development. You must have got it in the mail. So Monday is Java, Tuesday is web development. Yeah. So as a strategy for preparing you for the exams, let's start with the exception handling mechanism. So exception handlings are normally checked and unchecked exception. Checked and unchecked exception. Checked exception are the exception which are checked at the compile time. Which are checked at the compile time. Unchecked exception is the exception which are checked at the runtime. Unchecked exception are the exception which are checked at the runtime. There is something called as an error which we cannot catch. It will be giving that particular error when the program is running. When the program is running. So if you look at the diagram, exception as well as error are derived from the base class called a java.language.throwable. Java.language.throwable. A question may come. Your exception handling or error are derived from from which particular class? It is java.language.throwable. This IO exception, SQL exception, class not exception is caught at the compile time. These exceptions are caught at the compile time. Okay. Whereas the remaining one, arithmetic exception, null pointer exception, number format exception, which are derived from the runtime exception, are called a unchecked exception. They will be caught at the runtime. Whereas stack overflow, virtual machine error, out of memory error, these are the errors which cannot be basically handled. For example, if you have written a recursive code where there is no exit condition, then what will happen? You will get an out of memory error. Okay, or during the compilation of the program when you are running it, if there is an error in the bytecode conversion, you may get this particular error, virtual machine error. Okay, which cannot be handled. So point number one, exception error derived from throwable. IO exception, SQL exception, class not found exception are called a compile time exception. Everything derived from the runtime, such as arithmetic null pointer, are called a unchecked exception, which are caught at the runtime. So let's go through this to prepare you well. Let's go through this particular example. Class main, public static void main, try, throw 10, catch, int e, SOP, caught the exception E. Okay. What should be the output in this particular program? Kindly think for a minute or so and then answer. Will it give me a compile time error? Will it give me a runtime error? Will the program run and give me got the exception and 10? What do you think is the answer? Think about it for a minute and then answer. Okay, time's up. Now, when you are throwing it, you cannot throw the primitive type. You cannot throw the primitive type because it is not derived from that throwable class, which are not derived from throwable class. Okay. So this is going to give me an error. Take this program, compile it and check it. It is going to give me an error. It's going to give me an error. You cannot throw 10. You cannot throw 10. It has to be of the type java.language.throwable. Giving you a minute, then we'll start with the next example. Okay, let's start with the next example. Okay, there is a class main which has a try, catch, and final block, which has got a try, catch, and a final block. Okay, there is a class test which extends the exception. There is a class test which extends the exception, and you know that exception is derived from throwable. Here I am saying in the try block, throw new test. Okay, and then in the catch I am saying testy, and then I got SOP, and then I got finally SOP. My first question to you is, will the program compile? Yes, no. Think for a moment and answer. Will the program compile? Yes, no. Give the answer after a minute. Okay. If your answer is yes, if your answer is yes, then what should be the output? So point number one, this program compiles because my class test is extending the exception. So throw new test doesn't give me any error. Point number one. Point number two, there is a catch and finally, and in the catch, I'm catching the test over there. So it gives me the got the test exception. So kindly run the program, then I will tell you what modification to make. Now run the code as it is. Now in the catch, instead of testy, if I write exception E, will the program compile? Yes, no. What I'm trying to tell you is, instead of catching over here testy, okay, if I write exception E and then compile the code, will it run? Yes, no. If your answer is yes, kindly compile it, tell me whether it works or not. But two observation, one is saying only the final block will run, second will say only the test block, or some are saying the same output. Since my class test is extending the exception, I have taken the base class into consideration over here, and you will get got the exception and inside the final block, same output. Kindly pay attention, kindly pay attention. These are all the placement questions, okay? They might be having little bit difficulty. All the first one also and the second one also. The third one again is a placement question. So what I will do is I'll pull it down. There is a class base which extends the exception. There is a class derived which extends the base. Okay, so what we are doing, we are using the inheritance and exception handling. There is a class main in which there is a try. In the try, there is new derived. Then there is a cache base. There is a cache derived. Take your own time. Take 2 minutes, and then point number one: will the program compile? Yes, no. So point number one, will there be a compile error? And if it's a compile error, why we are getting the compile error? See, so can I say that this particular cache derived, it doesn't come over here because we are catching the base. So will it come under unreachable code? Will it come under unreachable code? See, what I'm trying to tell you is, let's take this. Let's go to online compile. It. Okay. So we are first catching base, then we are catching derived. Okay, let's run it. So what it is saying is exception derived has already been caught. Why? Because this particular derived is extending the base and base is extending the exception. So it is saying that it is already caught. So I cannot basically catch it again. I cannot basically catch it again. It's clear? Understood? If you look over here, what has happened is it says class derived, class exception, okay, and it is giving me a warning, unreachable catch clause, unreachable catch clause. You're getting this warning, unreachable catch, as well as it says caught derived class exception. Any doubt? Is my screen visible to you? It is okay. It is giving unreachable code for a very simple reason. It will never come here. It will never come here because it is always going to go to the derived. How it come to the base? It never can come to the base because it is already caught in the derived. And if you do it other way around, then what is going to happen is derived from the base. It is going to say it is already caught in the base. So look, both the cases, if you have the catch base at the top, then that exception is already caught, so it cannot reach the derived. It is clearly telling you that. But if you put a derived on the base, then it cannot reach the base. It cannot reach the base. Hence, it is giving me unreachable code. It is as good as saying there is a return statement and you are typing something after the return, so it becomes something called as an unreachable code. Is it visible now? Is my screen visible? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I know that there is a on the online compiler there is a beautify feature, but what I'm trying to tell you is this is the screen being given to you, okay? and you have to tell me what will be the output if you execute the following code. Okay, so I was busy in the call, so let's check it how it works. So you are saying you are creating an object of the main. So you're creating an object of the main. You're making a call to A. You're making a call to A. In the try block, there is an str plus equal to B. Str is initially A, so str should be now B. So now it is A, now it is B. So the first two characters are B. Okay. Then it makes a call to the B. Then it makes a call to the B. Okay, this B, we have a try block. So here I'm saying str plus equal to D. So what should happen? D should be appended. So we get A, then B, then we get a D. We make a call to the C. Okay, in the C, what happens? We are throwing new exception. Okay, we are throwing the new exception. If you look at the void, we do not have a try catch. Okay, so what will happen? This C was called from the B. This C was called from the B. Okay, and it is going to check whether it is, and here we have a catch. Here we have got a catch which is again saying throw new exception, which is again saying throw new exception, which is not caught over here. See, it was caught over here, but it again rethrew the exception over here. Okay, that means this particular method execution is going to be over, because we came over here, we started with A, we started with B. Okay, then we came to D. Then I made a call to the C. C said throw new exception. Control came over here. Since here we are not catching the exception, it came over here. The exception was caught. But here in the when the exception was caught, I said throw new exception. Now we are coming out of this and going back to the A, because what should happen? We should again go back to this particular exception, right? But before coming out, there is a final clause over here. There is a final clause over here. So what should happen? It should give me E. It should give me E. Okay. Now, after catching the final, where it is supposed to go, because you said throw new exception. So it should go to C. It should go to C. So as per me, the output should be, first it is going to come to A, because we said make a call to the A. So it is going to come over here. Initially it was A. So this plus equal to B should make it AB. Okay. Then we make a call to B. Control comes over here to this function. There is a try block over here. So this should make it A, B, and D. Okay. Then we are making a call to the C. Control came to C. In the C, I'm saying throw new exception. Okay. So we do not have anything over here to catch the exception. Control came over here to this particular B. Why it came over here? Because C was called from this particular block. So it came over here. We are saying throw new exception. Okay, so what should happen? This C was called from here. This B was called from here. So it has to go over here, right? Do I have a catch? Yes, we have a catch. But before that, we have something called as a E over here, right? So what should happen now? A, B, D, E. This particular final block should be executed. It won't execute this particular block because you said throw new exception. So B was called from A. So it will come over here. Do I have the exception over here? Yes, I have an exception. So now what should happen? C should be appended. So it will be A, B, D, E, and C. A, B, D, and C. Last time I'm going to explain it. Pay attention. Main object is equal to new main. Object dot A, control comes to A. Okay, control comes to A. In the try block, I have str plus equal to B. So what happens? It becomes AB. Then I make a call to the B. It comes over here, str plus equal to D. So what happened was we have a AB, then D was appended over here. Then D was appended. I make a call to the C. C is saying throw new exception. It is not caught over here. So it goes back over here and checks that there is an exception E. It is happy with it. But here again, as soon as it enters, I'm throwing an exception. So before throwing an exception, what should happen? Final block should be executed. So I get ABDE. Then I go back over here because this was called from A. So it goes back over here to the catch exception. Plus equal to C means ABDEC should be displayed. Hello. Is it clear to you? Our revision class will start tomorrow. Okay. I had to go for a meeting urgently. So I'll be stopping my class right now. Okay, and I'll be continuing tomorrow. Okay, I'll be stopping my class and I'll be continuing with the exception handling tomorrow. Okay, and then we'll continue with the threads.